All right, what's going on, everybody? Happy Thanksgiving if you're watching this today. We're going to do a This Week in X-Men because multiple X-Men books come out just about every week now, and I'm okay with it because so far, except for Excalibur, they've all been pretty decent. I'm going to go over all three. The real highlight is going to be X-Force, which is the best of all of them. So far, this is the best X book, hands down, which makes me kind of happy because Benjamin Percy is going to be writing the the Wolverine spinoff. He's getting a solo book finally after years of years. We're finally going to get a solo Wolverine book again. So I'm looking forward to that, but we'll get to that one last. We'll save the best for last. I will start with Fallen Angels, which kind of like Excalibur really doesn't have anything to do with Krakoa. It's kind of a side mission with X-23, young Cable, and Psylocke, who no longer has Betty Badrock inside her. I don't know what happened there. I'm kind of lost to why they're not sharing a body anymore, but that's the way it is. So Psylocke is whoever she was before Betty took her over, which I don't remember what happened there. That's like 90s stuff that I just don't remember. I always liked the character, but like never enough to care that much. So this book, they're going on a mission to find APOC, and that's really it. I don't really know where it's going because they haven't really dove too deep in it. It's started off kind of slow so far, but the art's really good. And I do like the writer a lot, Brian Hill. I think he's a really nice guy, and he cares about his projects, and he treats customers very nice. So, like, I'm going to stay on for a while. I'm liking it, okay? I just don't know where it's going. I don't know where it's going, but the art and the artist is really good. And like I said, Brian's a good writer, so I'm going to stick with it. I'm sure it'll get going soon. So far, that one's been pretty good. This book actually got a lot better. New Mutants #1 was garbage. It was not a good book. But by the end, it started to pick up, and I thought, okay, well, maybe there's some potential here. It's getting a little better. This issue was much better compared to the first one. This has them getting out of, so they got put in jail. And there's actually some funny stuff, like between the space lawyer and the Shi'ar judge and the mutants kind of just being goofy in jail when they were waiting for their court sentence. And they end up finding Sam, who they went looking for in the first place, and it's going to turn into like a Shi'ar war. They got recruited into the Shi'ar Empire. This one's also not going to have much to do with Krakoa, but it's good enough that I'll probably start giving it its own videos like Fallen Angels once it gets going. I like that one. Good stuff. But the best by far was this. This so far has been the best book out of all of the X-Men books. This one has been the best one. X-Force has a really great history, particularly the Rick Remender stuff, which I'm hoping this kind of follows the footsteps of, which it kind of looks like. The X-Force was pretty much like a CIA kind of task force, like strike force. And it kind of looks like that's where they're going to go back to with this. So we'll see, but it's pretty much the entire book is Wolverine and Kid Omega, which is a weird team up, going after to find Domino, because Domino, if you remember, was in the first issue, and she got captured. And what happened was a bunch of people from the Reavers came down, and they didn't detect that it was an assault group. They thought it was Domino because they had grafted Domino's skin to them. So the island detected that Domino was coming back, and they end up taking out Charles Xavier. And for people saying it wouldn't be him under the mask, that was the Cerebro helmet he was wearing. That sure as hell is him. And this issue, they're talking about bringing him back. Jean Grey is going to be the one to bring him back. People were wondering in the comments when this first went down, well, how are they going to... It was Xavier that put their minds back in their bodies. Well, I think issue 3 of X-Force is Jean Grey wearing Cerebro. So sure enough, it's going to be her putting him back into his body. I wonder how that's going to go. I would imagine there might be complications because she's not quite as powerful as he is. And that's pretty much it. Now, the cool stuff about this is Wolverine and Kid Omega find where Domino is. It's in this, like, kind of, they find the hideout to where the Reavers are. And they lose their powers. Of course, Wolverine still has his claws, even if he loses his powers. They find Domino, and she's, like, in this tube, having, like, her body, like her skin and stuff removed. This is pretty cool. This has been the best book so far. I do like all of the books. Marauders is the weakest, but it's still decent. Actually, I take that back. Excalibur is the weakest. I don't really care for that book. I'm dropping that book. Sorry. Right above that would be Marauders, which is still okay so far. I'm going to give that one a little bit more of a chance. Fallen Angels, New Mutants, X-Force, and then X-Men you got to put at the top because that's going to be the big one where all the main stuff happens. But you never know because this one had the death and that's had ramifications throughout all the books. So we'll see. But so far, I am enjoying the X-Men stuff. It's about the only stuff at Marvel I'm enjoying. I'm about to drop some books, actually. I'm going to drop Spider-Man and some other stuff and probably just keep reading X-Men because it's really the only thing that I care about at this point, to be honest. So anyway, throw a comment up, throw a like, share the video, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.